Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Chalfie. I got my man T. Got Delvin in the house tonight. Um, been doing this fucking Streamlabs for a while, and I still don't remember how to do it. Fully started the podcast without even fucking going live. But that's because Delvin came in saying some wild shit, and I was like, hold on.
I didn't say nothing.
Fool,
All I said,
you said my computer is Nivea brand.
Yeah, it's Nivea. That shit don't work.
And then T and I were like, the lotion?
Yes.
Delvin, keep the knuckles smooth.
Right. He's like, listen, I can't cop being ashy out in these streets right now.
Yeah, man. That's how I be.
Oh, shit. I hadn't seen the space you stream from now, Delvin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the new crib, man.
Oh, Bobby back there, man.
Yeah.
I still got some work to do, man. I got to put the TV on the wall. Gotta, I'll probably put the statues and stuff in the background, like move because I got like a whole shelf here with cool shit on it, but y'all can't see it obviously because I'm not recording that way.
Fair.
Yeah, but I gotta keep setting it up. Still work in progress.
Yeah,
gotta make sure, gotta get the bed out the way because don't want y'all seeing where I do my business at. That's the thing. Can't be having y'all.
Is it a thing?
Yeah,
my business where that nigga sleep.
Yeah, pretty much. You can't see you can't see from here, but I have like Snoopy bed sheets. All the real G's have Snoopy as the bed sheet.
Snoop D-O double G out here. I was gonna say because I was about to compliment this guy and be like, everyone knows he's getting freaky in the hotels on the weekend, but he cut me off at the pass and hit us with the fucking I got Snoopy blankets or sheets.
Goddamn right, I love Snoopy. Snoopy's a legend. My girl,
no dispute.
My girl came over here and she was like, she wanted to throw a blanket over here, so we watch TV on the couch and shit. So I got her a Snoopy throw blanket because I'm like, no, Snoopy's the homie. He has to be in the house somewhere.
Okay.
Who gonna say anything different? Respect it.
Yeah, I mean that is the straight up truth. Like who's gonna say something opposite of this? Nobody.
I agree. Only white dog I like. Snoopy.
Right? If you don't respect it, that sounds like a problem for you. It doesn't sound like a problem for us.
Yeah, I agree.
That was wild.
Oh, no. That's fine.
The only white dog he like. Oh my God.
Nobody listens to this show anyway. I can say what I want to
say. Hey,
damn, man.
Look, what they gonna do? Cancel me? They'll be on one less podcast out of 8 million.
You're like, wait, I'm about to have free time. Fuck this.
Yeah, I can actually play some video games on the network we're on. I can do what the network says.
God damn, man.
Yeah. Fuck it.
On the last episode, did I talk about getting white dogged?
No.
Okay.
What is that? Pause.
No, it's not about.
Should I go back to the 90s and say no homo?
No. Hey, just a disclaimer on my man's over here. He really does want to get canceled today. We are all inclusive. Every letter, every color in the rainbow, everyone's invited.
No Diddy, y'all know how we do.
Except no red hat.
Maybe Diddy.
Don't come
if
with
you
the
like
red
Diddy, no, not that Diddy. But if you like,
Delvin wants to do what Diddy. He needs to relax.
Hey, look here, man.
No, you look here.
It's been a long week. Y'all said we recording.
Chill.
It's Monday.
Exactly. That's the problem. It's Monday. It's been a long week already.
Holy smoke.
God.
Yeah. It's been a long week, man.
You need to stop fucking around.
See, this is what happened when I had to do podcast after goddamn podcast after podcast. My goddamn computer wasn't working right, so I said, fuck it. I'm going to throw on my other computer, which is apparently working perfectly. So y'all hear me very clearly.
Yeah.
Y'all can see my beautiful skin and everything, my Nivea skin. So, we're doing good, baby. We're doing good.
Looking like the Nubian goddess that I am.
Yeah, exactly. The Nubian king that I am, This is how we get the LGBTQ community up in here. Show my fine ass.
When's he gonna get a? Where's you gonna put kente cloth for your fucking curtains back there?
Goddamn right.
Oh my God, Vader's beautiful black visage.
Exactly.
Face name me. Too good a movie, y'all.
TV4 when he's like, "I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm black and black."
Oh, no, and Chase Navy, they got that one black comic book writer at the convention with them, and he's sitting there talking about, now my book, White Hating Coon. It's about this, that, and third. That movie is so good, and oddly enough, it kind of holds up, even though it kind of don't hold up. It's a little bit like
in its way,
like most Kevin Smith movies.
Yeah.
You can holds up, but it kind of doesn't hold up.
You can see he had a good heart.
Yes,
it was just a different time.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true. That's for sure.
My God.
So let me tell you guys about getting white dogged. So there's this fucking.
You keep going to this.
I gotta tell you, no, because this guy.
You need to say the things I said in the beginning of the episode again.
This fucking dude.
What's going on here?
Okay, so this old man in my neighborhood.
Oh, this is getting worse.
He's got this fucking dog, this white dog, and he's always like, "Hey, excuse me, he just wants to say hi to the pugs," and I'm like, "Your dog is nonverbal. Like, what are you talking about? He doesn't want to say hi. You do." And then he wants to tell me dumb shit about one that he used to be like a football coach, maybe, or some shit like that. And then at some point he has like Disney memorabilia, and then he wants to lead into how socialism is going to corrupt America, and just look at Sweden and how terribly off they are. And I'm like,
Sweden, I don't know what he talking about.
Yeah, but I was like, did you watch the Olympics? They had brains and shit. So whenever my wife and I are like opposite, like if she's walking the dogs or if I'm walking the dogs, like we'll give each other the heads up, like, hey, watch out. I was just driving out of the neighborhood. White dog is on the corner over here. Our white dog is walking this way. So we got to alter our route so we don't get white dogged. But man, this guy, you remember the Chappelle skit when he, it was like the end of his bit when the baby came out and was like, surprise, like I'm here.
I got in the club.
Yeah, that's what fucking this white dog guy is like. You'll be like all cool, like everything's like, oh fuck, I can walk in peace right now. Nobody's around me, and like everything's good. And all of a sudden, like out of her head, she's like, hey, can my dog say hi? And I'm like, where the fuck did you come from? Like you were not here a minute ago. And it usually catches me when I'm right at the tail end where I'm like, all right, we're almost home. Like we're gonna wrap this up. And then no, fucking white dog walks out. Which my wife went to the grocery store like last week, and the guy was in the grocery store, and she was like, "Oh shit, white dog's here." I was like, "Damn, white dog wasn't literally there, but white dog, the man, was there."
Let me ask a question: are you sure this is a dog, or it could be a furry? He just walks around with the dog costume.
It definitely is a crusty white dog, so it's for sure a dog. But this guy, dude, he sucks. He's the worst. That's a funny statement. He sucks. He does, dude. You know what it is? It's like, you're you're just having a great time. You're like, I'm enjoying the weather, sun on my skin. Fucking both of these dogs just pooped, so we're already good to go. We're having a good walk, and then this fool comes up, and it's like, it's like, it's like when you're listening to PSVG, and then Dev just wants to constantly say something sucks, but he don't play any games, just ruining the moment. It's like that.
And this motherfucker's playing Star Wars.
Right.
God damn it, boy.
Been playing the same game for 3 generations now.
This fucking company. I gotta tell you, he gets the Star Wars game.
What T sent me, what did Game Over Greggy say? It's fucking 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Yeah.
Damn. Not even average.
IGN gave it a 7 out of 10. So
they give everything a 7 out of 10.
No, they don't. That's the point. So that's why I'm like, that's a strange ass number to pull out their hat. So, and then when Greg gave it a 4, I was like, I will not be buying that game. I will wait till that comes to Game Pass.
Some type of streaming service. Well, that's why I was like asking you guys. One, I realized I've been definitely out of the gaming loop because all these games, like, I don't know what's the fucking everyone's been talking about it. Wukong, I had to learn about that. I had to learn about the Star Wars game. What's the other one? Fucking like Marathon or Contraband? Concord. Yes. Yeah. I don't know anything about that.
She pulled up. Marathon, Contraband, cocaine.
I had Nipsey Hussle on the mind.
He got me there. It's all good.
Hey, you guys followed me. I just knew I was in the direction. But so a lot of this shit.
Concord ain't doing well on PC, but that's because I believe they are forcing that PlayStation login, and PC games is like, nah.
I ain't doing
So
But they got a nice ass controller. That game controller is the best thing
that
about it.
controller looks so good, bruv.
this. I don't even know what it looks like.
It's fire. It's
Okay,
Man,
I'm gonna have to Google it.
you know I'm gonna find it for you because it's so dope.
it
Yeah,
is dope.
I might have to peek. But yeah, like okay, so what type of game is Concord? What is it?
It's a hero
game that
shooter,
you're not gonna play.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
You will completely ignore.
but it's
Okay.
paid for. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't got to do any of that like the nonsense with battle pass and stuff like
See,
that. There.
Okay.
When you say paid for, he means you pay for it.
Yeah.
Not like let's clarify that. It's paid for by you.
Yes, that's what I assumed. Was like
It's not a Section 8 game.
It's a full. It's a full.
It's not subsidized.
It's a full price game. You know what I'm saying? This nigga said a Section 8
The
game.
government ain't
You get this with like powdered milk. Like, what the fuck kind of game is this? Which, side note, my wife was listening to a podcast and they were like ranking their chips, and then I was telling her the story about how I came to love the like sour cream and cheddar chips, but it wasn't the Ruffles. This was like back in the day when my family had like food stamps, and so then man, I thought I was balling on some food stamps when I was a kid because I can go to like the liquor store or the little corner shop by our house. It wasn't even like a liquor store. It's like a general store. It's fucking weird. But because it was like the place you can go in. They had like a little butcher shop in the back and fucking.
I know
like,
those type of stores. Yeah.
You know, and but real mom and pop, super tiny, like one like fucking the size of a studio apartment. But they had these chips. They were called like Ma Bells, and they were the only chips that they would allow me to buy with the food stamps. And so then. And they only carried like the plain like ridge chips and the sour cream onion chips, or they call them like sour cream and cheddar. And man, those fucking I remember the first time I ate them, I was stockpiling those bitches with the fucking with the food stamps. But I was also the baller too back in the day, because then when all my friends were like, "Hey, do you have some of the like the Monopoly type of money?" And I was like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Let's go to the store," and I was like, "Got you."
The Monopoly money is the list.
Because we didn't have, I mean, this was before the fucking EBT
Before the
card.
cards, yeah.
Yeah, we had, it was the straight up, you know, and then you could buy like a book for, you know, what was it, like a book of 50 for 30 or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Who would engage in those type of activities? I don't know about that at all.
You're like, I don't know nothing about this. Yeah.
Bruh. And it's like, we're gonna make it on a card and that'll make it much harder. I'm like, all that means is I got a guest with me when I go grocery shopping now, my guy.
Exactly.
Chill with that.
Mhm. Yeah, there was no shame on my game when I had those fucking things. I was like, listen, I'm gonna be eating, so I don't care. If I can get food stamps right now, I'd be all over that shit. Man, so much dairy products in my house, upsetting my tummy.
For real. Okay, man. Food stamps are great.
Yeah.
No complaints about it whatsoever.
Zero.
You get them,
Mhm.
get them.
Yeah.
Amen. More power to you. I want to say that food should be free for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I see Donnie's in the chat. I'm sure he's had some food stamps experiences in his life. We've heard his stories. I'm sure he can concur. You get some food stamps in your pockets, you be eating.
Yeah. Donnie probably scamming for some food stamps right now.
That's true. He can't say because he does have a government job. So he's like, no.
Probably going to some nice lady. Hey, how much you want to get?
No, but this fool, he'll buy them and then flip them.
Yeah, that's how he got his ally.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
we just talking about that, Donnie. That's what we just getting out, man. You're saying with the little food stamp books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you had the real deal, like food stamp, yeah, that was a moment in time. You had to be there. That was the real shit. He's out here buying his ally, his 4th PS5 off his food stamp flip. You know what?
Yeah.
Hey, I am mad at it.
One thing about Donnie's a motherfucking hustler.
Yeah.
That is the most hustling white person I've ever seen in my life.
he's out around the Pharrell beat. I'm a hustler, baby.
Yeah. He hustles better than drug dealers I know. I know niggas who sold crack. You know, I was like,
No, I hit up Donnie because my daughter needs a new Chromebook for school. She has the one that's like district issued, and that shit That's a Nivea
Sucks.
computer. That thing
Yes.
barely works. So I was like,
Couldn't-
instead of
Nifty
like,
computer sounds so close. One title, definitely, but it was so close. I was like, "What this
Yeah.
motherfucker about to say?"
well,
Yeah.
it's between it's between Nivea. Hold on, it's one of those computers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't want you to hear the N.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm just gonna ask Donnie because I know he'll know all the routes and maneuvers to kind of figure this
He
out.
knows
For
the
me.
guy.
He's that
He
guy.
knows.
He's
He knows the
definitely
guy.
that guy. Not the new e-machines.
Donnie definitely knows the guy.
Fuck. Did you guys have an e-machine?
I had E-Machines. E-Machines was my second computer, and because of the E-Machines like settlement, because remember E-Machines got caught up in some
Yep.
some FTC nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
The computer I found it skim on was a Dell laptop that still is in this house somewhere that they had to give me to report to because I had that
No shit.
E-Machines. Yeah, man.
Who was it what was the company that had the fucking cow print box?
Gateway.
Gateway, yeah.
Yeah. And that's like I said. That's where I got a laptop from. They had to give me another computer.
Why did they have a cow skin box? I'm trying to figure that out.
It was
That's
like
so
their whole
weird.
thing. I don't know. They
Like,
were
like
affiliated
what,
with Chick-fil-A, I guess.
Yeah, do they give you milk? Like you buy it and just give you a carton of milk with it?
Yeah, but those shops were popping, man. They were all over the place. You felt cool walking out with the fucking cow print box. In retrospect, that shit was dumb.
Shit was dumb, real dumb.
Yeah. But let's get into these fucking stories. I got so many stories to tell, so I'm about to take the lead. This month has been like mad busy for me. I had some really, really good experiences this month. So Schoolboy Q is on this like really weird tour where he's not doing like major like big venues. He's doing small venues, and then in these small venues, it's like just real
He's
intimate.
making America great again.
Yes, exactly. But so I got to see him at this it's a restaurant club, and it's called El Cid. And honestly, it probably fits like maybe 200 people in the room. And that shit was super fun. And so it's just like seeing him right there do his thing, small room, people weren't wiling out like crazy. This album, because this Blue Lips album that he has out right now, like it's fucking amazing. Like I'm super, super into it. I listen to it quite often because it's very it's an old head album, like it's got the jazzy vibes. Like it's just, I don't know, but it's like if you've matured with hip hop, you'll definitely appreciate it. It still has some fucking bangers on there though too. Like he doesn't let you forget, like, oh, I was in these streets. But fuck yeah, man, that was like a super cool experience. And it was one of those things, like when I tried to get tickets, I was trying to get two, so I figured either my wife or my son would come with me, and I wasn't getting them. I was like, fuck, this is gonna sell out. And it did sell out like in minutes, but when I dropped it down to one ticket, I got in, and I was like, well, fuck you guys, I'm going by myself. So I went on my own as I usually do, and that shit was like, it was just cool. It was just crazy to see a show happen in reverse, where it's like usually the shows just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they started off really small. And he was like, yeah, this is weird for me because like I came out and then I immediately was doing big rooms. Like I immediately was doing theaters and then getting into like the like bigger, arena realm. He's like, so going backward, he's like, I missed out on this. I didn't do the Roxy. I didn't do the small, like, opening at a restaurant type of thing. He's like, so this
Fun
is
stuff.
yeah, the fun stuff. He's like, so, seeing, because when you're on the stage, you can't really see faces because it's just lights and shit. He's like, so to actually like hear you guys talking in the crowd or like laughing or seeing your faces, he's like, this is new. I've never experienced this. So you could tell he was having a good time. And so that was like really, really awesome. And just having fun, like just really fucking around with the DJ and just like chilling. So that was like I said, just a really, really good experience. And then like the following week, which is like last Monday, took my daughter and my wife to go see Ice Spice. And Ice Spice set was fun. She definitely was fun. She did her thing. I mean, she's party music. So it was just about like just shaking her ass and fucking. She had some dancers and she had a
I don't
pretty
have a problem
decent
with that.
seat, like a stage arrangement. So it wasn't just her on the stage with nothing. It's like she had some fucking giant inflatable and like a 2-story deck so she can go up and down, stuff like that. Some dancers were out there. And she
How
just
many of her
did.
songs you knew?
I probably knew more than half. Like I haven't really
Wow.
listened to the album, but like if my daughter's in the car, I'll accommodate. Like I'm like, sure, let's listen to it. Plus, like her DJ producer Riot, like I do like his beats. I do like his style of the New York drill because it's real full, and it's got like a good like rumble to it. And then so that was just like that was really fun. But like her opening artist, this guy, and he's on the radio, Cash Cobain. I think I texted
I've
you
heard of him.
guys in there, and I was like, while I was watching the show, I was like, this guy is the fucking worst. Like his music was like so like uninspired. Like it really was like get money music. Where it's like,
Okay.
I don't feel like you're doing this like as an artist. I think you're doing this because you just like want to get paid, which is kind of like why did you guys watch that Tyler the Creator interview where people were kind of giving him shit after because they're like, "Oh man, you just sound like some fucking old head who hates on young people."
I just saw the clip of him talking about that one white kid. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people really ran with that too, but Tyler's not far off. Like one, yes, there's an issue with fucking people like robbing from the culture and not contributing to it. But then the other is people just like hacking the system. Like they're just doing such generic music and making money off of it, which is like get paid, like fine. But it's like this music is not good. And this dude was like made early Migos sound brilliant, whereas like early Migos was literally just Versace, 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 Versace. Like it was just Versace over and over. And this like he was like no flow, no rhythm, beats were just fucking garbage. Where I was like, he was such a buzzkill that like my daughter sat down and then my wife sat down and then other people just started sitting
How
down.
you make people at a concert sit down?
the antithesis of what you're supposed to be doing is doing what? Making people get up, put their hands in the air, and wave like they just don't care.
Right.
And people then were like, "No, I'm good."
No, we care.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit down.
And well, what was fucked up too is that the DJ, so Ice Spice DJ came out before Cash Cobain and did a DJ set, and he had people fucking moving, like where people were like shaking their asses, throwing their hands in the air, just dancing, having a good old time. And then this fool came out, and it was like, oh, man, why are you here? Like, it's like when Michael Scott, I don't remember who he told, might have been Toby, more than likely, was just like, why are you like this? You've just sucked all the energy out of the room. You just fucking like, and I didn't think Ice Spice was going to be able to recover it because she's a new artist and hasn't had a lot of time on the stage. So I was like, nah, this ain't gonna work. Eventually people did come around, but that dude, God, if you know him, please tell him I think he sucks. And he can give me a call and just be like, listen, man, I need to recommend some music to you because this is not okay. This is not okay for my mental health, nor the crowd's mental health. Like you are a fucking bummer. Sorry, just it is what it is. I'm glad you
suck.
Yeah.
When Chalfie dedicates time on this podcast to talk about how bad you are.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't do that. He
No.
doesn't come on here like bigging up artists and putting us on to artists we never heard of and stuff like that. He's on here literally telling us, do not listen to this artist. He is trash.
Yeah. Oh, and along with what Delvin's saying too, I do listen to trash. There is music where I'm like, I know this is bad, but I also really enjoy it. No, this was bad on a different level where I was like, this is not fucking fun at all. This is not good for anybody. And then quite the opposite. So that was last Monday. This past Friday, ended up going back to the Hollywood Palladium again, and then went to see JPEG Mafia.
Okay.
The energy in that room was one. I thought I was gonna pass out just from like the fucking heat in the room because people were just. It was packed. Everyone's just fucking moving. It was crazy. It was like the whole thing was just electric. It was fucking the best. Because I've been heavy on his album. The was it I Lay Down My Life for You, I can't. It's nonstop. It's between Blue Lips and the JPEG album that are just like going and going and going. So I was like, fuck yeah, man. So, and that was like, I came up, man. I got my tickets because I wanted to see what the week was going to be like. Where it was like, okay, am I going to be tired? Am I going to be ready to go? So then I just was checking SeatGeek like throughout the week, and I ended up getting those tickets for I think like $23 a piece, but face value they were going for 58. So I was like, score, man.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I came up. So then Gavin, he wanted to come with me, so I was like, all right, Buzzkill, you can come. So brought him with me. And
You
then
call him Buzzkill?
sometimes some things are just for me, where I was like, all right, I got planned. But then he was like, okay, I'll go. I don't want to be at home. I'm bored. And I was like, all right, fine, come on. But then it was nice though, because we were like after the show, like we had a great time. We had a lot of fun. And then there's a new like chopped cheese spot just a couple blocks over from the Palladium. So then we went, and it's kind of one of those like moments type of thing. When we went, we got our food. There was like a bench outside. It's like midnight, and we're just like sitting there. I'm eating a bacon, egg, and cheese. He's eating a chopped cheese, and we're just like, just kicking it, and just kind of having a good time and just like talking about shit. So it was like nice where it's like, these are definitely not moments that I would have had with my dad, so it was like, no, like we chill, we hang out, we talk about stuff, so it was fucking cool. Like now up next, I think next Saturday, my wife and I, probably a good chance we're going to go see Future and Metro Boomin at the new Intuit Dome. So I'm kind
That
of
sounds dope.
excited to go to a new theater. I think that show is probably just gonna be mad fun because like it's just gonna be hits, So people are gonna be up. So I'm kind of with it. That's my show arc. Those are all the like show wise that I got going on, and then I got a lull for a while, and I don't think I have another show until maybe like November. Oh yeah. Oh shit. I forgot to talk about this last time. I think I ended the show with it. A couple weeks ago, my wife and my daughter went to Palm Springs, and my son and I were going to go to some skate parks out here. So we went to one in Inglewood, which is like a pump track where it's like, think of just like a racetrack in a sense, but you kind of just like wave and pump through it. And so you don't like push. And we went out to Inglewood and tried that out. And that was like super fun because that's like the first pump track in Southern California. And so we were just trying to get a feel for it. We brought a couple of his friends with us and, checked out that park. And then there's a little skate park in Echo Park, and which is like when we go to a club called the Echo, which is like my favorite like concert venue, really small place. Well, upstairs is the Echo, downstairs is the Echoplex. And Gavin's gone with me a few times. And so I was like, the skate park's right here. Let's check it out. And it's like literally right off the freeway. And so we went there and took a picture of him and his friends because I was like, this is actually like a neat moment too, where it's like it's him and his friends and and downtown LA sort of skylines behind us. Skate park is like right in front of the 101 freeway, so it's just like all the you couldn't get more fucking California LA like in that moment. But so we were there pretty late, and then I was like, you know what, like let's get going, guys. We're gonna go downtown. We're gonna go eat. So we're like 20 more minutes, and then we'll get out of here. So this was the equivalent of like, don't have that like extra drink, or like you shouldn't have had that last bite. Cause I was like, well, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go for one more run. And I really should have just kept my ass sitting down off to the side and not. Cause if I can go into like so it's sort of like a pool, like a half pool bowl type of thing. So I'm going back and forth, back and forth. And I was like, everything's cool. And I take a weird angle. So I try to jump off the board, but instead, like my left foot stuck to the board. And then it fucking shot out. So like I did the splits, and then I heard like a snap in my like my hamstring. And then my right knee fucking slammed on the ground because it kind of shot me over. And so then I hear Gavin's friends go, oh shit, your dad. So then they all run to me and they're like, are you okay, Mr. Perez? Are you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. Just if you could just put the board away from me, I just need to lay here for a minute and eventually I'll get up. I could not fucking walk. I had knocked, my knee still hurts, and this has been like 2-3 weeks now. My hamstring, I couldn't sit, like where I pulled it was right on the edge, like where my legs would hang over the front of the seat. So that hurt. Man, if I tried to go to the restroom and sit on the toilet, like that's where it hit me too. I had the roughest shits where I was like, I can't sit down. Oh, I can't lean to wipe my ass. This sucks. Like I was in pain, man. It was the worst time of my life. So it made me realize maybe I'm too old to be skating, but I mean, it is what it is. I'll probably go back out there again and just be like, let me go ride. So yeah, but it was fun though. It was just to take his friends, and then we went to another chopped cheese place downtown because that's like my son's favorite spot. So we took his friends for the first time too, which for them their eyes were all big because it's like we're in downtown LA again. It's like midnight. They're all like high school junior type of kids, and it's just chaos. It's like guys and girls overly dressed going into a club, like dudes who are definitely like methed out walking around, sirens all over. It's like overly stimulating. And then we eventually get our like chopped cheeses, and his friends are like, what's this like? And we're like, it's like a sub sandwich, but like if you chopped up a hamburger, like a cheeseburger. It's fucking delicious. Each one of his friends was like, oh my fucking god, like I've never had one of these, and this is like the best thing I've ever eaten. So they were just like super stoked off the chopped cheese. But I was still standing there like, I don't know how I'm gonna get these kids home. My fucking legs do not work. Like this is real bad. This is super, super bad. So, that was but I made it. I survived, man. I survived. And then I was telling T the other day, I my back to work, one of my supervisors or like my directors hit me up, and she was like, hey, we noticed that it was a lot of like burnout amongst the principals, over these last couple of years, and we've been giving a lot of support to like the students and the teachers, but we really haven't done anything for you guys. And I was like, yeah, that's for real. Like, I'm glad you recognize that, like, 4 years later, but hey, you're recognizing it. And
Better
so
late
she's
than
like,
never.
yeah, so she's like, we want to pilot this program. She's like, I want to see if you want to be a part of it. She was like, a lot of people in the district really do respect you and listen to you, and it might be a good if you help us out by piloting this to get it off the ground. And I was like, all right,
It's
what is
called
it?
Top Gun.
And so she was like, it's a therapist program. She's like, what you do is it's therapist for that's designed around a school setting. And so that a lot of the therapists are former like educators or have worked in an educational setting. So they kind of understand the stresses that take place. Because it's really easy. Like I've talked about, like I can tell someone like, yeah, this parent came in and said this and that, and they're like, oh, then tell them to just get the fuck out. And it's like, yeah, that's not how this works. Like
Good idea.
I would
Making me more
love to
mad.
say that. I can't say that. But so I've been meeting with this lady, and it's been a nice in and out because it's like the way I do, like the way I am at work is also very similar to the way I am at home. I'm kind of just like the same person, just trying to like solve people's problems and help them out and try to make people's lives less inconvenient for themselves. And so then she was just like, yeah, that's mad unhealthy. Like in a nutshell, I need to let people like drown. She's like, because if you don't let them drown, then they're never going to learn how to figure out their problems. And I was
Good
like, no,
luck
that
with
makes
that.
sense. I was like, because then I end up with like an emotional hangover because it's like I'm helping people all day long at work and picking up all their stuff. And then I get home and then I'm helping everyone here. And she's like, it's not to be like a jerk. Like, you're not trying to do it to be like, I'm not going to help you. Fuck you. She's like, but you have to pick and choose. Like, is this an emergency or can you pick up your own clothes? Like, where does it fall in the spectrum? And then it sort of balances between like, though it's like focused on the work setting, it's in and out. Like we talk about like sort of like my home life or upbringing as well. So it truly is like a true like therapist session.
Yeah.
But the lady, I got really lucky. The lady I'm working with, she's out of Philadelphia, and super cool. Like, so we hit it off like really well. So I talked to her last week and was just like I was like, hey, I feel really, really fortunate and really, really lucky that like I'm able to communicate with someone like you. I was like, because you understand the dialogue that I'm using. You get the references that I make, and plus you're just super easy to talk to. I go, so I can actually speak to you like in my authentic fashion. And she's like, yeah, because right now it's only a pilot program and I only get 4 sessions.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, she's like, I actually was going to propose to you that maybe, she's like, if you catch what I'm saying, like these sessions aren't enough and we're probably going to need to extend the pilot to at least till December, but hopefully the whole year. And I was like, okay. She's like, it won't be a cost. She's like, I have the room to say, you know what? I think we don't have enough data yet, and I think I need more data on you. And I was like, okay, let's fucking collect away. But yeah, it's been really, really helpful because it's helped me to like slow down a bit. And so now starting the school year, like I feel like I got starting the year off with a lot more peace, and also leaving a lot of that stress at work, not bringing it so much at home, and then just learning like what I need to pick up and what I need to let go of, and like that it's not like a personal thing, like I'm not fucking people over by not helping all the way. Doesn't mean I'm not present. It just means like, sometimes you got to do that, because if I always do that, you'll never learn, So just, it's made me more conscious and more aware. And some of the strategies she's given me, where she's just like, okay, here's your thing you're going to work on. Next time we talk, let's see if you were able to be like conscious and present about it. So it's like right now everything's been kind of up. It's been really positive. So I'm just like, I'm fucking stoked, But yeah, the therapist lady, I fucks with her. She's cool as shit. I told her, I was like, hey, can we cuss in this? And she was like, you can do whatever the fuck you want. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, we were talking about something. She was like, oh, because she was like, how was your summer? And I was like, my summer was really good. And she's like, you're in LA, yeah? And I was like, yeah. And then she's like, tell me some of the things you did out there. And I was like, oh, I went to Kendrick Pop Out. And she was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. She's like, I had to watch that on Amazon. And so then I was like, I assumed you would appreciate it just by the vocal tones I hear. And she's like, yes, I'm black.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, but it also is like, honestly, it's something I do miss, like not being in Compton anymore, is like, I don't have any black women in my life anymore, And so there's a different way of communication that takes place, like I can't, because it's not consistent, but it's just a different way of dialoguing that I truly, truly miss. So in that, it's like, this is a little bit of like a warm hug too, So it's got me in a good headspace. Like I'm stoked. Like I'm super happy. So that's been nice.
I'm gonna give it up to you, man, because I feel like you came through this summer so much better than you have in summers past. Since I've known you.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay. My man didn't hit that wall that he normally hits when it comes to summertime.
Oh, that's because I lied to you guys. I didn't tell you guys anything.
Trust me, I can tell when Choppy be spinning, because he be spinning.
Mm-hmm.
And no, man, you didn't smack that wall this go around.
Yeah,
and it was good, and it was good to see. And in reality of it is like, I think, and it sucks to say this, but I think because Devin was going through it, I think you focused that way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is both
part good, of my problem.
Because we need you. No, because we need that level. We need that for sure. Men need that shit. You know what I'm saying? We talk. Yes. Oftentimes we don't lean on each other emotionally like we probably should.
True.
And so it's dope to have friends that you can just be open and honest with when shit goes down. You know what I'm saying?
So what T is basically telling you, Chalfie, bad shit needs to happen to me so you'll be okay.
Yes, that's exactly what we're saying.
I agree with this. Let's just fuck up my life.
What it is when he has something he can put that bead on. No, it just you chug right along. But you're learning right now in new therapy. Hey man, that can't be how this works always.
Yeah, and that's the truth of it. That's where I tend to because we did talk about this. Like, I was like, oh, when I'm home for the summer, like I'm good for a few days and then I fall apart because there is the work was a lot, and especially it's really intense at the end of the year. So I do need to like take a break. But after like 3 days to maybe less than a week, I'm like, I got to go back to work. because there's no like I've always described the job as like a shooting gallery. Like I'm constantly like hitting targets all the time. You got an issue, you need help, you need me to fix that, you need me to take a call, you need me to go here, bring it back, do the like doing the stuff like that has been really like that's what I do every day. And so when I'm not doing that, like my wife will say, like she's like, you already cleaned the backyard like 3 times. Why the fuck are you back here? Like it's just I start to lose it because I'm like, I'm fucking trapped. Like I'm not using my energy. So yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, I know everything was okay with you because the podcast didn't end.
That too. I mean, I still will end it without you knowing.
Yes, I found out the podcast ended via Twitter.
Yeah, but I did not to put his business out there, so I won't get into the details. I do. I think going off of what T's saying too is, one of our homies was not Delvin, was going through some shit, and he didn't tell us. He didn't tell us the hard times he was going through. He seems to be doing really well right now, but it was just like, I felt bad because we're always sending like jokey shit, in like one of the 3 text forms that we have.
Oh
And
yeah,
so it was like not knowing like, oh damn man, I didn't know you were going through this shit. Like I didn't know like this is what was like happening with you. I just thought he was busy with work because he
Yeah.
wasn't showing the signs.
Yeah.
And his response to us was like something to the effect of like, I didn't want you guys like to think less of me or something like that, which is a real mannish thing to say, like, oh, because it's vulnerability and it's
Yeah.
very hard to be vulnerable,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I'm glad I'm glad I have you guys in my corner, and I'm glad I got this opportunity from my district to try this out because
Yeah.
it's basically therapy light, but it also gets the ball rolling that like, well, I am seeing the value in it. I
Yeah.
am getting the experience. And if this pilot doesn't extend, then I definitely have to do it because I like the dialogue,
Yeah.
Though the lady did say too, she's like, in a way you are hard to work with. She's like, because you are very emotionally intelligent. She's like, you just make bad choices. She's like, because you empathize too much. She's like, so you gotta let up off the empathy. She's like, but you know how to read a room and understand that people are feeling a thing. She's like, but I can see it put you into overdrive, and then you're like, I gotta fucking fix this. And I'm like, yes, that's it in a nutshell. But we haven't gotten into like the personal traumas and fucking abuses and shit like that. That's not her realm. But someday I'll get there. I don't know.
don't worry, just bring it
Step by
on.
step, man.
Yeah, exactly. So I know I talked for like maybe like a straight up hour. So let's get into T. What you been up to? You got power? You're living? You ate
Oh
drumstick?
my God, bro. Yeah. So earlier this month, we had terrible storm system come through Ohio a random Tuesday afternoon. Five confirmed at this point tornadoes touchdown in the area, winds of up to 90 miles per hour, and it just like that like lights out this whole region, and it was just jacked up around my neck of the woods. It was so bad for a while there. I realized a while there seems whatever, but like 3 days in summertime with no power. 3 full days. Like I said, my power went out Tuesday, like say 4:00. I got lights back that Friday at like 7 p.m. So 3 full ass days of not knowing what the fuck is going on, not being able to. I work from home. You know what I'm saying? Not be able to go to my job and being like, what is that going to be? Are they going to be like, no call, no? I mean, because you never know, bro. Jobs be wild. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, and so that was just bugged out. And it sucked, and lost everything in the fridge and the deep freeze, which also sucked. And like, because it's like, what it is in this day and age, food is expensive. You know what I'm saying? Hundreds of dollars, up to where it's a lot of worth of food out the game. And I was like,
as we started this conversation, no food stamps. So
for real, man.
This cost actual money.
Yeah, just straight up real bread, man. So it's just like I don't know, man. It just stunk. But at the same time, my kids been working their first job. They're working at the pool around the corner from the house, man. And they've had a good time. They've had a friend just up. They've made what seems to be a real good friend just who lives up the street from us. So it's like not even a friend like from like out of nowhere. I'm like whatever because they've been had some off and ons. They friends. It's like high school. High school be bullshit, bro. But they started their senior year, so we had their first last day, and I was like, damn, that it didn't hit me as hard as it hit me with their brother. That's because it's always their
Really?
my younger child means I've lived a lot of these things. So I can be a little more prepared. And so, but that is like an exciting time to get to come to these come start. And they sent me they sent us the full the calendar, the senior calendar today, and I was like,
all
okay,
the events and shit.
yeah, so prom is going to be at the House of Blues here in Cleveland. I think that's pretty dope.
That is cool.
Commencement is on this day, so I'll let my family know.
Gambino?
It is that's where I saw. That's the best Gambino show I ever saw. I feel was at the House of Blues. And so, how funny! I literally just told that kid about that today. As we going up, like the best Gambino show I ever saw was at the House of Blues.
Like, wow, that's wild.
Yeah, so I'm excited for them. They seem pretty happy. They got a good schedule this year and good teachers. Taking up piano, so they're going to try their hand at piano. They're also working on learning guitar. So just I don't know. Watch my little who was right here on the floor. I'm not joking. Came down here to like to cool off because it's hot this week. You know what I'm saying? We got this warmer this neck of the woods. So he's like, I'm just gonna lay next to the air for a little bit, and it's lights out right here on the floor. You might hear my kids snoring in the background, and so that's hilarious to me. So that's been dope. Just me being the joy of parenthood, bro. It come with a bunch of bullshit oftentimes, but it come with like sometimes you be like, I have successfully raised 2 children now.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty good about that. And it's not that I'm alone. You know, it takes a motherfucking village.
Right.
But their mom's been gone it'll be 10 years next year.
Okay.
And so that means I had to do it for a very long time with me. And I know Vanessa's a part of my life, and so therefore my partner is a part of my life. But it's also I'm saying oftentimes I just don't allow her in to the parent game. I'm like, look, man, this is me and all me, and it has to be sometimes. And just so I can a wee pat on the back, just a wee pat on the back to be like, hey man, you've been doing all right, man. You got them thus far. So I feel good about that. But that's what's been calculating in my realm. Delvin, man, what's been going on with you, bro?
Man, I'm just busy, man. It's just a constant stream of business, man. You know, trying to take care of my health, both on the mental and physical side of things. Yeah. What in the hell is Chalfie doing?
Taking a picture of his dog.
Oh, yes. I got you.
Because they usually, what they do is they kind of hide under it. So it's now seeing it on the opposite side because they're not home right now.
Yeah.
But I'm listening. You got my attention.
No, it was so clean on your camera. Yeah. That's how I can clearly say, oh, I know who that is. That is
you know what it remind me of? You ever seen the meme of Jackie Chan with the camera, and it's always something inside the camera from Rush Hour?
Oh yeah.
Like the common one is the one that our friend uses. It's always Jackie Chan with the camera with Meg Thee Stallion twerking.
I've never seen that one. I don't know if you can see these 2 dogs. So Sunday's over here. She likes to look under the gate. Black dog be chilling.
Yeah.
Black dog does have a name. Her name's Wednesday.
No, it's Black Dog. We know.
It's Black Dog.
Yeah.
As you know, he be getting ain't no white dog in from when it comes to Black Dog.
No. Exactly. You know who we're voting for.
Yep. Yep.
That's my dog.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying a word. I've said enough. I've said enough.
Why stop now, Delvin?
Working on your health, Delvin. Working on your health, both mental and physical. Let's keep that motherfucking moving.
Yeah. I have to because my blood pressure's been out of whack lately. It's been kind of highs and lows. You've been in it.
Fuck, you've been in it bad.
Yeah.
It's been kind of a crazy ass year. It's been like a
year.
Yeah. Well, it's been a crazy.
Hold on.
Several years.
I said I was gonna do. Year? yeah, that is appropriate.
I can't tell you how many. There's not another friend that has been more appropriate than that has been just now. But yeah, man, it's been a crazy several years, almost
Yeah.
like a sitcom as such, and it's like it's
You
taking a toll on me.
it's been a
Yeah.
dramedy. It's what it
Yeah,
really
it
because
has.
there's highs and lows and like.
Your highs have been so colossally high,
Mm-hmm.
but them lows, baby. Whew.
Yeah.
Them lows, season finale,
Yeah.
wide
Yeah.
lows, like what is happening? Like, yeah, but I just have to kind of like take care of myself. So I find myself making, because my blood pressure got really high. And I know people like it's not high for us because our blood pressure normally this high, but no, when your blood pressure is normally in the 120s and it gets to 160, 170, 180, it's a lifestyle change. And then
Yeah.
on top of that, someone close to me had a dream. Should I even be saying this? Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. And it kind of shook me up a little bit. They had a dream, and they said that they dreamed that I called them and said I had cancer.
Oh shit! No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No,
And I'm
thank
like,
you.
why would
You
you
know what?
tell me this?
Yeah, keep that dream to yourself. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah. Like you didn't tell me this. I didn't
Yeah.
need to hear this.
Why?
So now I'm gonna go get checked out and make sure I don't have anything like that. Because that's
I mean, I am glad that you're getting checked out. That's a
Yeah.
positive.
yeah.
I literally just had this conversation with my man Ant the other day about making sure we have primary care physicians, people who we regularly speak to about our health and well-being. That way, they kind of establish a standard of care, but also a standard of understanding of us as individuals. So if something do go wrong, they can be like, "Oh, we've been watching some shit out.
Mhm.
That seems weird. Let's test this way and that way." And
yes.
black men don't go to the damn doctor, bro. It's just a terrible
Yeah.
thing, and I need you to get on that shit and stay on that shit.
Yeah. I think it's more or less a thing where I'm always busy. I always have something to do, and I need to start. I need to start telling people like, I got to take time. No, I'm not hotel. I'm in my home.
You know, it does look.
It is the vibe, though, right?
You know,
It is the vibe. Like that shit look comfy. It look hotel comfy though in a good way.
does.
It does.
My man's in a Quality Inn.
Bang it up. I'm in the days in.
Shout out to Otis. For anyone listening, give a listen to the What Up Though podcast. Those guys are fantastic out there too.
Yes.
But yeah,
I was
Delvin definitely in
I
a
was on an
hotel room right
episode-
now. He's on the run.
I was on a What Up Though podcast episode that apparently is like the highest rated episode in the last several years. I don't know what happened, but they blew
Yeah.
up, and now
Well
I'm a
done.
celebrity to them. I don't know.
They said something wild like, yeah, we usually get like, what do you say, like 30, 40 listens on an episode. Delvin came on and then retweeted or reposted the show link, and their shit went up to like 500. I was like, damn.
Like, yo. Yeah,
I was mad
That
though
fa-
because that doesn't work for us.
yeah, how
so-
come my fame benefits everybody else?
Seriously. It's like, I'm still out here broke.
I'm apparently in a hotel bagging up. So.
Right. Out here with 2 barely working computers.
Yeah, but this one working actually good. Oh, I didn't tell you, I bought this computer. I want to say a week ago. So I guess that's like kind of my good to great.
About
was
a
like,
week ago.
The new computer that I bought like a year or two ago, like this shit kind of ass. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, but like it's good. But I was like, nah, I'm not feeling this thing. It works, but I'm having too many like little annoying problems when it comes to audio things. Like what happened earlier when I plugged it up, it was like, oh, that's not working. And it says the sound drivers are not accurate. Like, what are you talking about? So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get a new computer. Got me a new computer because it was on sale. I got it for a pretty good price. It's the Asus Tough gaming laptop.
Okay.
I looked up like best laptops, like best gaming laptops I can get, and I got this one for a pretty good price, and it works pretty well. I
Excellent.
downloaded some. I immediately put my Steam on here. Got my Steam library so I can play some games. So one day when I decide to play games, I'll be able to play games, because I don't have time to play shit no more. And as you can see, when I hook it up for podcasting, it immediately like worked. Like, here you go. Your mic sounds fine now. Like, okay.
Okay. So you out here, you getting it done. Like I said, Joe, you go see the damn doctor, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Please do, because we want to get, especially whoever that was, man, fuck you. Don't be sharing
No.
that story.
No. We take the positive from that, and we say whoever that was, thank you for force my man's hand to go and check on himself.
No,
Yeah,
I'm still saying fuck you because you put that negativity out in the universe.
Cool. He got the fuck you. I got the thank you.
Yeah,
Both can mix. It's a yin and a yang dynamic that we're looking at here. So just say,
dying would suck.
Yeah. But we definitely want you to be healthy. We want you to be okay.
Either one of y'all motherfuckers leave me before y'all time.
Yeah. like who is going to build every podcast on PSVG?
Network.
Spitting on graves.
Man, mosquitoes hitting me over here.
Yeah,
seriously, man.
2 podcasts.
Shit. The vacuum that'll be left when there's no Delvin on a podcast, all the networks are going to close.
Half the internet which is on a podcast.
They're like, what do we do with all this bandwidth? Internet speeds fucking quadruple.
Yeah. Me and Joe Button just support the podcast across the world.
God.
If me or him dies, it's just like half the podcast in the world is just gone.
Man, I was thinking this the other day too. I was like, I need to reevaluate my life because lately, like Joe Budden, I've been agreeing with him. So
Joe Budden is maturing, which is so strange to see.
Yeah.
And it's like, look at you growing as a human being and a person. What happened?
That shit was weird. So then he was saying some things recently, and I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. And then I was like, I cannot be agreeing with you. You're a fucking clown. But you know what? But he said it too. He's like, it took me. He recognizes his maturity, and he's like, it took me a long time to get here, but I'm getting here. He was on. It was a really good episode, even though he fucking lost his mind recently too. He was on Lil Yachty's podcast.
Yeah,
I saw that.
And they were really like, Yachty was going in on him because he was like, you said this, you said that. He's like, damn, this is like a highlight of my lowlights. But he addressed them. He didn't get wild, and it was actually really, really good.
I appreciate that Yachty said that he looks like Benson from Regular Show.
Yes.
And now I can't
unsee it. No,
he really does look like Benson
straight
from Regular
up.
Show.
Like they were really trying to come for him, but he let it happen, and it was okay. And so it's just like, you know what, fucking, it's all right. But then then Yachty lost his mind the other day where he fucking ended his podcast and then went in on Caribou, and it was like, dude, you gotta fucking you just need to chill. Tomorrow's your birthday, like calm down.
My thing always with Joe Budden is he doesn't like to admit when he's wrong.
Yeah.
And he will push it to a point where it's like, all right, bro, you're being ridiculous. And there's certain points where it's like, all right, sometimes you got to admit what you're wrong. Like to make the Stallion situation, you was wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong. You're out of line. You're wrong. And I'm kind of feeling like the Logic situation, he was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
This man has been like slandering Logic for years.
Yeah.
Saying Logic is the worst rapper in history. He's terrible. Now, have you heard that last album?
No.
Logic's new album is actually really fucking good.
Really?
And I didn't believe it until my son like, yeah, it's good. And he played it like
better than Eminem's last album?
Yes.
Because that shit is fucking.
I can't believe I'm saying this.
Give me a scale. Let's say what is your best of the best?
Okay.
What is your worst of the worst?
I was gonna say on a scale of JPEG Mafia to Cash Cobain.
and where are we going to then place this Logic album?
Okay. Give me an album so I can establish a baseline that you feel is like a good, solid, average album? Because we
From
got to
this year?
calibrate. No,
From
overall.
this year?
I need a GP, just a general. You don't even got to. You don't even got to narrow
General,
it down.
I'll say Igor, 10.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not a 10. It's a solid 8.
Now, for me,
Maybe
it's a 10.
8.5.
I get a lot of listen. I
No,
still listen to it
Igor. I'm
regularly.
talking Igor. I'm talking Logic's album's like an 8.
Oh, so Eminem album, 3.
I'll say 5.
I could see you saying 5. I could, because it does have some classic elements. So I could see you saying 5.
I feel like for the audience who likes Eminem, they'd probably dig that album a lot.
Yeah. Yes.
Everybody else like, this is not
It's played out. It's played out.
So this Logic would probably be in our 6.5, 7 to me is what I'm hearing. Okay,
Maybe.
fair.
Maybe. As T says, mayhaps. Mayhaps.
Oh man. Well, we'll get to what I've been listening to.
I've always said this about Logic. I said that Logic, well, until now, gets the criticism for being corny that Drake should have gotten a long time ago. Because they both do incredibly corny shit. It's just that people highlight Logic's corny shit more than they did Drake. Well, until now. Now
But you
people
know
start to highlight Drake's corny shit.
But Logic, he recognizes his corniness.
Correct.
You know, he's not trying like, yeah, he tries to he'll try to toughen up a little bit here and there, but it's not anything where Drake is like, I'm trying to be fucking hard in these streets all the time, and it's like you're not, because you literally called your mom and then put that phone call on the album. Like, okay, fine, man. You know, so fucking dumb. But
Logic's corniness is like college kid corny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like what was that? Asher Roth.
I was just about to say, like Asher Roth.
I love Asher Roth.
I do too. I do too. It's that type of corny. Like you need to kind of grow up. But
it's a corny you can appreciate. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Drake's corny is more like, bro, you're not cool.
Yeah. You're trying to be somebody.
Yeah.
Fair.
Anyways,
you're literally not like us.
Yeah. Well, let's get into some good to great. And I just want to start off with I've been into what's been really, really good to great is the start of the school year. Since like 2018, this is the first time in a long time where like it started off without like dramas. It really, really went like super, super well. Everything is like fit into place. My teachers are in a good place. Like when I look at the staff, what it is now versus when I started, there's only like 2 people. I've fully flipped that fucking staff and got the right people in place, and we are strong. Like we outpace the district in so many ways. I think I might have talked about this last time that and remember, like my school is that school, the underperforming school, and we are outperforming motherfuckers right now. But that's because we know our people. We know what we need to do, and everyone's committed to getting the work done. And my teachers are fucking killing it. The kids, the behavior is like way down because we established, like we went hard on our behavior systems, like went through the more what's PBIS, which is a positive behavior intervention system, and just really like highlighting, I need you to do the right thing, but not that thing. Instead of just yelling at someone and telling them they're wrong, they'll keep doing wrong until you tell them like, but I need you to do this instead. So the fucking beginning of the year has been great. Even conversations that I've had with parents that might not, most right now it's just, I don't want to be with this teacher type of thing. And then I'm like, trust me, you're with a better teacher or you're in the better environment. And then we talk it out and they're like, you know what? I'll take your word for it. And so people have just been like in a really, really good place overall. My teachers aren't leaving like already the first day of school, like I'm fucking crying or I'm so mad or another year of this bullshit. They're just like, this feels really good. And with that, we're having a good time too. Like we're really connected as a staff. So my good to great right now is just like, fuck, this is like fantastic. And then another level too is like, just super proud of my daughter. Like she's doing her cheer thing. Tomorrow she's got to show. Tomorrow's her first day of school, and she has to show up early with her cheer team because they're going to line up basically like in an aisle way, and then as the kids come to school, they're going to cheer them on. And it's like she's a good example of like stepping out of your comfort zone and really trying something and then becoming successful at it. So it's like those are just two elements of like where commitment, dedication, like goal setting, it fucking pays off in the end. Like you can really make some shit happen when you say like I'm gonna make this happen, you know. So my good to great, shit's good and shit's real great. So I'm happy for that. I'm happy for that. How about you, Delvin? What's your good to great?
I don't know. It's just I guess life, man. Just living life and being thankful for all the things that you have, and when you kind of take in consideration the things and that others don't have, and people who were here, like it's crazy because based off of everything that's happened to me this past year, you start looking back and realizing, damn, the people that just last year who were here last year are not here this year. It's crazy. It sounds like a little thing, but it's crazy to think about. Like, I've watched not even necessarily my family, even though there was quite a few of my family as well, but I've heard of so many people passing away this year, whether it was celebrities, whether it's people I knew, whether it's people that I worked with. It's like, God, just life alone is just a blessing. Like, yo, you gotta just take advantage of it. It's like you have to be grateful for the time we have and the friends you have because, frankly speaking, tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah. No, that's definitely true. Like you got to take advantage of the moments. Like did I tell you guys about the go-karting thing?
No.
Okay, so check this out. Real quick side note and then we'll get into tea. So okay, right around sort of this time, no, months closer to December, one of the parents at my school, her oldest son, who is a senior, and all of her sons have gone through my school. He got in a really bad motorcycle accident. He was on his way home from work, and someone ran a red light and fucking just took him out.
Jesus Christ.
And they said that he flatlined 4 times. Like, so he should not be alive. So he's kind of now just in a place where like he's like slightly above like a vegetative state, like he can look around, he can barely move, he can't speak. And so her 2 other boys, like her middle son, really like having a super hard time. Her youngest son, just feeling a bit withdrawn. So she was telling me a story. She was like, man, I got so pissed at my husband the other day. And I was like, why? She's like, I thought someone fucking stole money from our account. And she's always like missing $4,000. She's all, then I realized my husband, he bought something and that he was like, you're going to love what I bought. It's for the family. It's going to be great. She's all, then it came to the house. She's all, he fucking bought 2 go-karts. She's all, it's not for the family. She's like, I'm not going to fit my fat ass in this fucking go-kart, but they're a family of toys. Like, they have all the off-road stuff, whatever, and motorcycles and shit like that. And so then he was like, I bought it for our younger son because, he just wants to be out and he's just been feeling bad. He's like, I know it was an impulse buy. Probably should have just done something else. And they're a good family too. They're tight with each other. So I jokingly said to her, yeah, tell your son fucking before the school year starts, bring the go-karts over. We'll race them through the school. So then she texted me one day. She's like, hey, I fucked up. And I was like, what happened? She's like, I told my son that you said he could bring his go-karts. And they just live like at the corner by the school. And I was like, listen, nobody's here. So we got 20 minutes. How soon can you get here? So she put her ass in the go-kart and they both fucking came down and they're like the drifting kind.
Yeah.
And so there's a video, I'll post it and I'll probably put it in like the Discord or something. But yeah, fucking they brought him down and he and I just like we raced through the parking lot. He beat me. And then we were like whipping through the school and taking pictures. And then we had a great time. It was a blast. And I was like, this was the least I can do for the kid,
Yeah.
But I also wanted to have fun too. Well, I saw his dad last week and he was like, hey, I've been meaning to catch up with you. He's like, you don't know how much that meant to us as a family. Like, we watch those videos like almost on a daily basis. He's like, because it makes my youngest son so happy. One, to know like you're probably going to get in trouble for fucking racing scooter or go-karts through your school. He's like, but the fact that you gave him this time at the school, he's like, what are the principals going to do this? He's like, you were like, just come on over, and then you did it, and you guys laughed and you had fun. He's like, he's never gonna forget this. He's like, as a dad who's gone through all these things, he's like, I'm never gonna forget this. He's like, just know, like, this will be a memory for us, guaranteed for the rest of our lives. And it was like, damn. For me, it was nothing. Just show up, let's ride, you know. But sometimes your small event is a really big thing for someone else. So that's why you guys show up for your peoples, you know,
Right.
like, because sometimes that's all they need is just to show, be like, you just need my time. Okay, I got you. You can have my time.
That's
I love
dope.
it.
Yeah. T, what's your good to great?
My good to great, honest to God, y'all. I know it's gonna be like whatever, but last week was the Democratic National Convention,
Mhm.
and I saw my party, because if you didn't know, I'm super left-leaning liberal Democratic LT. I saw my party rise to the occasion for the first time in a long time, because I feel like we all came to terms in the last general and was like, look, we're gonna get behind Joe Biden because we can't fuck with Donald Trump. But this time it's different. I feel like we have risen to the occasion to be like, let us join as a people and do what we got to do. Not this time to stop Donald Trump, but to stop just goddamn fascism coming into this go round, but also to celebrate, honestly, celebrate the nomination of Kamala Harris and Governor Tim Walz. And I fuck with it so hard. And I watched all these speeches. Some of them I watched live on TV, live on the internet, live whatever. Some of them I just caught the replays of the next day. But to see this party get it together in real short order,
actually have a backbone.
Yeah, because Biden was like, all right, you know what I'm saying, I'll take this L. What was that? Was that the end of June, beginning of July, whatever that was? And here we are. We got together as a party, and I feel truly unified. Now, what makes Democrats different than the Republicans is we get information, but we still disagree. We got things we just ain't all going to agree on, but we know what we need to come together on.
Yeah, but we know what it's not.
Yeah, and it's just like it was dope to hear the Obama speak. It was dope to hear Representative Ocasio-Cortez speak, because it's funny to watch her grow as a politician, because when she came in this house pissing vinegar, she was ready to fucking set it off. Was like, I'm gonna be this, you know what I'm saying, this liberal, this almost socialist, and this, that, and the third, and nothing wrong with socialism, y'all. Most of the world is socialist. Hell, in fact, America is wildly socialist for businesses, just not for its people. So don't get it twisted. Socialism exists. But to see her come about and recognize, like, this is how this functions at this level of game, it was real. It's been real dope to see her grow as a politician, and we all know where she is headed for great things in this as a leader of this country. And I had it was like leftover Olympic pride spilled over into political pride. Into I'm saying
it was a wave.
I'm sitting here like, I am truly proud of us. And I think it feels like times are changing. And I use some other countries as examples, because people swore it was about to go down in France. And guess what didn't happen in France? In fact, the more people on the left of France won more seats than was expected. They swore it could go down in England. And then all of a sudden, England they had their election on the 4th of July this year. And they was like, they went all the way to the left. And I'm just like, for so long, people have been like, nah, man, the right is taking over this planet now. And all of a sudden, people all around the world are saying, no, we're not doing that. Yeah. And I feel like we in America are following suit right now. And go on.
I was going to say, it feels like a change is coming in a good way. The energy around everything that's transpired over the last month or so has just changed so much. I remember like that. What was that? That was the end of June. No, was that end of June?
I'm trying to figure out when my man Joe was like, I'm out.
I think it had to be before that, because I think I was already back to work when it happened. So it might have been like mid to late July.
Yeah, because it was like
it was after the debate.
Yeah, from the debate
July
the shooting.
21st. God dang, that's a month, literally a month and some change ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
From that whole July, and how people felt so disenfranchised to the point where people were like, yeah, it's about over, man. This man is finna get in office again, and we finna deal with this crap. People were like literally in their heads just setting themselves up for this inevitable and eventual thing that they were thinking in their head was going to happen. Like they have all but given up. And now seeing the same people with so much energy and vigor is kind of a cool thing to see. Like, everything has changed. It's almost flip-flop. Like, it went from people saying that, even it's, I'm looking at it now because my Twitter's a cesspool of everything in terms of like, I see all the things, all you weirdos say, I see all that goofy shit. And I've watched that rhetoric change. Like, I'm going to keep 100. From July on down, I saw the Joe Biden comments, and he's from people, the same people say he's too corny, he's too old, he can't run. That is flipped. And you could tell they did not have a plan for Kamala.
Mm-mm.
And it 100% feels like, and I've been watching the news on it too a little bit because it gives me some little bit insight on it. The narrative around Trump has completely changed. The same whispers they had about Biden, they are now having about Trump. Like, oh, he might be out of touch because them jokes about Kamala ain't hitting like they was about Joe Biden. The same things the same tricks he was using before that got him to where he's at now aren't really working. And it's so weird to see it.
And they're not working in the same fashion because the party shifted. Like you said, there's a backbone now, and there's you want to talk some shit? We're gonna talk some shit. And so they're clapping back, and that's where it's just like, wait, why are you saying things to me? Like, why
are you being mean to me?
Yeah, and it's like, oh no, you mean it all the time. So guess what? You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. That's like when fucking Gus Walls, that whole shit, when it was like, talk about weird, and then it was like, oh, you mean a father loving his son? You mean someone like showing compassion for a family member? You mean someone showing like, where's the values? We're family first? We're like, nah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it was always the thing that even that's kind of been kind of said about for years. Like, oh, when they go low, we go high. Now it's like, nah, when y'all go low, we gonna punch you in the face. And it's like a real different vibe to it, because now they like I knew shit was gonna get crazy when I saw that first political ad where they were like, these dudes are weird. Yeah. Like, and that was the whole ad. It was such a simple yet effective ad. Like, and they would just say simple things, and it all made purpose. Of like, these are the dudes y'all voting for. They are weird. And if you like these dudes, you are weird too. Like, it's kind of fucking right.
And they keep trying to beat the weird allegations and then do weird shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so they're just not like, you don't even got to say it anymore. Now you just be like, shit, right? And everybody knows that's some weird shit, right? And it's just like, okay.
Vance can't order a Philly cheese.
He couldn't order donuts the other day, my guy.
He couldn't order donuts. Like, what do you... It's not hard.
Hello, fellow humans. I would like some donuts in your establishment. You sound like plankton. What are you doing?
He's trying to get the recipe.
Trying to grab some Krabby Patties. What's going on?
I mean, you got to walk up to those places and be like, hey, what's popular in here? That? Okay, give me 2, please. You got to cook? Fantastic. I love it. Thank you. Oh, great establishment. Let's move it. Let's keep it going. Instead, can I get? Would he ask for like a whole different type of cheese? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No, he was it was Lacey like, what, you guys don't do Swiss?
Like, yo, bro, get out, get out of the spot. It's so weird just watching how everything just changed over.
Yeah,
so that's kind of what I was about to say. So the way the reporting was going into when they were basically everybody with their mom was like, we think Joe gonna drop. We think Joe gonna drop. Well, apparently people amongst the party were like, okay, if Joe drops open convention, we'll nominate somebody at the convention. But it's like, I know Joe looked bad in that debate, but Joe Biden has been dedicated to the people of this country his entire adult life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so Joe Biden wisely said, I'm dropping out this race, but hold up. I throw my full support and the full weight of everything that comes with me behind my vice president, Kamala Harris. And people didn't want people who were trying to get, like the Nancy Pelosi's and the people like that who were trying to get Joe to drop, did not want Kamala Harris because they didn't think that she was going to have what was necessary to win this race, to run this race. But Joe knew it, and Joe knew what was up. And when he said that, everybody in this party fell in formation immediately. Mm-hmm. Tennessee rolled first. Tennessee was like, we pledge all our delegates to Vice President Kamala Harris. Right now, we saying that shit, put it on paper.
Hold on.
And as soon as they said it.
No, before you continue, let's talk about the music behind the delegates.
Yeah.
No. See, you're talking about the convention. No, what I'm saying is even.
Oh, the initial.
Yeah. So Joe drops out the 21st and says, I'm throwing my support behind Kamala. The 22nd, Tennessee's delegates said, we are putting our support behind Kamala Harris at the convention come August. And everybody fell in line. By that Tuesday, she had raised like $400 million and had enough
of pace where it was like, so and so in this window of time, only this amount. And she was like,
and so that, of course, shook up what people thought was going to happen, was going to be an open convention. Could you imagine the chaos us having an open convention would have been, trying to nominate somebody last week, as opposed to having basically, like I said, Joe Byron, don't sleep on Joe, man, intended, because that means she hit the ground running. We start this process going, and now we know what's up. Yeah. And they have not been able to catch their footing.
The funding moves with her. Like, know, I saw something crazy the other day, too. Because they still got fucking someone, I think you guys might have talked about on PSVG recently, or maybe I heard it somewhere else. Like, people don't know how conservative and Trumpish like Southern California could be. Everyone thinks like California is so fucking liberal, and it's like, no, it's not. No, it's everything. Because don't forget, like, we have our own people, but we got your people too. Like, you got a lot of people saying California sucks, but they still move here because it's fucking beautiful. But so you get the Trump tents with all the flags and all the shit. But this is the first time. I never saw it with Biden. I never saw it happen prior. It was a Kamala tent, like battling it, where it had like the flags and everything. And I was like, oh, you see, this cycle is different. This cycle is different because it's like, you want to play? Let's play.
Yeah, very different.
Let's go.
It was good. It was great. I have a pride that I have not exuded in quite a while in this nation, and what I think we can do and what I think we're going to do. Everybody in the know seems to believe that Vice President Harris has multiple paths to victory, and Trump has a narrow path to victory. And it's helpful when you got moves you can make. And right now, looking like several swing states are swinging her way, and that is amazing.
Oh, well, let's even talk about the Republicans at the Democratic National Convention. Unheard of. I was like, I know TikTok told me a few weeks ago that the timeline had shifted again. I didn't know it shifted this hard because shit is crazy.
it's when, because what this ends up being, when Donald Trump loses, I'm going to say that shit out loud. It becomes the collapse of that party. Because you've let him run this party now, what will have been at that point, for almost 10 years.
Yes.
And what you've gotten out of that is, a pretty fucked up Supreme Court right now, but, Lord willing, we can get that taken care of too. Mm-hmm. But it is a time. And like I said, I am present and I'm excited for it. And I was just so proud of this nation. And, people are like, I don't know, man. The speech she gave was kind of whatever. It's like, nah, bro. That speech was for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The first few days of the convention was for us. Which is why it was super left. It was super duper liberal, super socialist leaning. But that last speech, the speech she gave was, this is the speech for all of America, which has to be more center, has to make people feel calm and confident about what she's bringing to the table. And she did that. She came out that bad boy.
I know Delvin has said this in the past, like, in the end, you are the president for everybody. So you got to say things that appeal to everybody. You can't, like, it's just part of the job. It's what you have to do. Yeah. In the end, it's for the United States, not for this half of the United States.
Correct.
That's one of the things I've always said Obama did a great job with. Like, people, for the knocks people gave Obama, it always felt like you had black people say he ain't do enough for us, white people say he ain't do enough for us. That means he kind of did something for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
When you have everybody saying, "Oh, we wish he'd have did this, we wish he did that,"
not everyone was satisfied,
but they got something.
Yeah,
and you kind of have to look at it like that. Like, you have to kind of reach out to every different party. Like her speech about bringing back the middle class, I know hit a lot of people hard because they're like, God damn. If we want the middle class back, we feel like the middle class is what kind of helped build this country into what it was. And it feels like now that is going away because of how insanely high everything costs. And either you're just like, either you're rich or you're broke as fuck and you're struggling to make it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's the truth. But yeah, that was exciting. That definitely was exciting to see because it was just so different. Just the whole vibe is like, wow, I don't know. I've never seen this before. I'm old as shit. Like, never seen it. But that's a good to great. But now we're going to get into a topic we haven't addressed in a while. What's up with amnesia? Like, I used to have this fear as a kid. You guys will know what I'm talking about. It was like in sitcoms. It was in the cartoons. If you got bonked in the head, what was going to happen to you if you got bonked in the head? Tell me.
You're going to forget everybody and everything?
Yes. And so it's just, man, if I hit my head on something, I'd be like, what's my name? Where am I? Like, the fear I had, like, do people not get bonked in the head anymore? Is amnesia not a thing? Does it not exist? What happened to amnesia, guys? Tell me. What happened?
Chelsea, where did you come up with this at?
Because I fucking hit my head the other day.
This guy.
And when I hit my head, I was like, damn, it's still in me. I'm still like, what's my address?
I finally realized now that all what up with that has finally jumped the shark. He's in the house like, oh shit, I might have amnesia.
But it was a thing. If you were an 80s kid, like fucking it would amnesia.
Quicksand.
Hey, time it. Shh, I'm gonna delete that because that's the next what's up with that. There it is. Lord Snurf with the way of quicksand. Yeah, what the fuck happened? You know what? Double up. Hold on. What's up with quicksand?
Because we were told to be worried about it in all situations. Look, if you out in the woods, you out in the jungles, gotta watch for it. Quicksand is a thing that can get you, and you can be got.
Buildings. There was gonna be quicksand. Quicksand was everywhere. God damn. What? Had me out here fearing real life. Like, dude, come on.
Look, it was amnesia, quicksand, and people supposedly coming to bring you free drugs to get you hooked.
Yes.
Which are things that just never were going to occur because no drug dealer is like, I'm gonna give samples of my product.
Right.
You know who came up with that bullshit? The motherfuckers who brought drugs to America to begin with, who gave samples away to get people hooked. So of course they was like, it was just they were what is it? It's the party of what is it? Fucking what's the word? Oh, damn, it's gonna drive me insane. I can't think of it.
But I was gonna say, you know who doesn't want kids at their house? Someone trying to have a good time on drugs. Yeah. So they're not gonna be like, hey, here's some samples. And then come back. They're like, listen, I turned off all my lights. You ain't getting these drugs. Also, back in the day, drugs weren't as easy to get. That shit was expensive. Like you couldn't go to a dispensary. The fuck you talking about? I'm not giving you my drugs at all.
Oh shit,
Zero.
Donnie got a link to somebody who survived quicksand. Hold on.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
I survived getting partially swallowed by quicksand on the beach. Here's how I got lucky. Bitch, you stood up. That's how you got lucky.
Bitch, she was at the beach.
Stood up and walked out of it. Dumbass. Get the fuck out of here.
Then I hit my head on a branch, and I don't remember anything. Oh fuck, man. Where did they? Okay, where's? I got to see this article though, because I need to know.
Apparently, this is in Maine.
Okay.
There's an advisory saying there's soft sand near the mouth and along the edge of the river. So, it was wet ass sand that you shouldn't have been fucking with anyway. And her husband pulled her ass out. So,
damn, crazy quicksand.
And if you see her husband standing next to her, he had clearly about a foot taller than her. So,
he lifted her up like that kid that fucking tackled that other boy.
Projection. They are the party of projection. So of course they were telling people you was gonna get free drugs to get addicted to people because they put drugs in the hood to get people addicted.
Yeah,
they are projecting at all times. Damn, no, you was not gonna get free drugs.
No, I feel like if you die by quicksand, you probably deserve it.
I'm never gonna say that because I don't know how. Look, I don't know.
No, I'm gonna say it. Like if you get killed by quick fucking sand. Yeah.
I feel like you are near enough to quicksand that should be a concern to you, brother.
Not at all. not even a little bit.
I mean, they got quicksand in Maine.
Quicksand. I feel like all these things should be bothersome, man.
Sinkholes, maybe, not quicksand.
Yeah, I don't know.
Y'all done had whole buildings collapse in that neck of the woods.
Exactly. Sinkholes fuck you up. Yeah.
I don't know.
These motherfuckers do not know how to make houses down here. I'll just say that.
That shit got wild for a second. Damn, I fucked up. I missed my opportunity to be like, amnesia. Quicksand.
Oh shit.
God damn.
Florida for 12 hours before being rescued. See, that's too much, man.
That bitch survived 12 hours in quicksand and still didn't die.
That's not quick.
Fuck out of here.
That's not quick.
That's the antithesis of quick. That is slow ass sand.
That's just sand. What are you talking about, man?
I stand by my statement. If your punk ass died in quicksand, you probably deserve it. He was in quicksand for 12 hours. Just screaming help.
He's like,
it's nighttime.
He's like, okay, so technically, I was at the beach and I fell asleep, and then I woke up and I was like, it's still in the sand. Like that's what happened to this guy. It was not quicksand. Yeah. Stop it. And the tide came in.
The tide came in, exactly. Oh man.
All right. Well, we're gonna let that be. Let's get into our last few topics. What have you guys been playing? What have you been playing, Delvin?
I haven't been playing shit.
You literally have no. I told you. See, T. I told you. He's not doing anything. When we get into music, he's gonna say he's just listening to Nas. That's all he said.
Yeah, pretty much. I told you I've been, but I did finally put together my X-Men 97 cabinet, which was dope. That shit took a while to put together. But yeah, man, it's you've seen X-Men 97 cabinet, right, Chalfie?
I've watched half of it.
How did you
watch half of the arcade cabinet?
Oh, they meant the show.
No. They have a one-up arcade cabinet that's modeled after the X-Men 97 TV series.
Oh, dang. No, I didn't know that.
And it has all the Marvel fighting games on it. It has Marvel vs. Capcom, has X-Men vs. Street Fighter. It has it's like 8 games on it. It looks dope as shit. And I put it together. I took my time to put it together last night. So I played a little bit around to Marvel vs. Street Fighter. Shit's fire, man.
Yeah.
I keep telling myself I'm not going to buy any more arcade cabinets, but they keep putting out shit like this, and I'm like, yeah, that's not happening.
You have a home and the space to use it now, bro.
I'm considering getting rid of my kitchen table, my dining room table, just to put arcade cabinets in that bitch. Like, fuck this. I'm not going to eat this bitch anyway. That bitch they coming out for Thanksgiving.
Seriously. Oh, no. Oh, I solved it. Yes.
Okay.
Clear out the kitchen, the dining room. Put your cabinets. Get a tabletop.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the
Oh yeah,
flat.
tabletop Miss Pac-Man or
Miss
tabletop
Pac-Man?
what other?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now you got
Funny
a
you should
table.
mention that.
Now you got a table. Get 2 of them side by side. Now 4 people can sit.
Funny you should mention that. Donnie sent me something on the Discord of a Pong one, a Pong one up arcade that's
Mhm.
on sale. I think it's a tabletop. I think it was $300. It had a whole bunch of games on it. I'm like, oh,
Telling you.
that might be a
See?
good investment.
Yeah. And you could eat on it. So
Yeah.
I don't see that. I think we solved a problem here. I think we helped make your life better. So
Yeah, I agree.
mission accomplished.
Now I got to get rid of this Taco Bell dog. Goddamn, your kiddo Taco Bell dog running around this damn house getting on my goddamn nerves.
Wait, do you
Let me
still,
know this.
are you still
Yes.
raising the birds?
Yes, I am.
Good, yeah.
Yo, let me tell you what this fucking dog did, right? So my kids were here yesterday when I was setting cabinets, right? And they were like, my son was like, he's hungry. Can I get him some chips? So I say, fuck it. I go to Taco Bell and give him some food, right? While I was setting up the cabinets and stuff, right? The arcade cabinet. I leave to go get the Taco Bell. I come back. This fucking dog tore up the instruction book. He
Damn.
hopped on the couch and tore up all the goddamn instructions to put up the arcade cabinet. I'm like, oh my God, I want to fucking kill this dog. And he saw me, and like an episode of Cops, when I came in the door, he was sitting on the couch with the shit in his mouth, and he just ran in his cage.
He's like, I'm gonna be over here. I'm a little sleepy right now. I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah. This piece of shit.
That's fucked up, man.
Oh,
That's
shit.
fucked up. What are you playing, T?
Yo, back at Fortnite, the new season popped off.
What's hot right now in Fortnite?
Oh, so I saw this Marvel shit, and I truly fucking think, and I know this is gonna seem bitch made, I think some of that shit is OP as fuck.
Really?
Okay.
You can fly with a jetpack. It's got this lock-on War Machine like cannon that can lock on people and just to light these motherfuckers up. It's far too powerful. Now I have eked out one victory royale so far, but I'm like, y'all might have to nerf some of this shit. It's a little too potent right now in these Fortnite streets, and it was some things might have to be addressed. I noticed the other day on Game Pass, No More Heroes 3 was on that bitch.
Oh shit, really?
Huge No More Heroes. I played No More Heroes on the Wii. I got the limited run versions on the Switch when they released them a bit back.
You and Donnie get along well.
I have the fancy, versions of No More Heroes. In fact, the flag is over yonder on the flag that came with the nice versions is over there with my records. The flag that Santa destroyed. And No More Heroes 3 just popped up on Game Pass. And so I was like, oh, let me get that shit. It's lovely. I miss Wii controls because nunchuck and Wii remote, because that's how that game played. Like Suda51 really made a Wii game.
Yes.
And also this game looks like a Switch game, slightly upscaled, but still suffering the pop in of a Switch. Like my man Travis walked on the screen, all of a sudden the graphics on his shirt popped in.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, so y'all didn't do shit. Y'all really just ported this shit over here
directly. They did. They did a tape to tape dub.
for real.
As my boy Donnie says, it's a Suda 7.
Yeah,
you know what you're getting.
So I started messing around with that. I've been having a good time with that, but I actually think I'm going to probably try to get a hard copy of that on Switch, just because I get down. Well, I love having stuff on the Switch. I right here from Best Buy the other day is a physical copy of Tunic for the Switch, and I want to film an unboxing for that for my TikTok and get that going. So I want to, but yeah, man, that was on sale at Best Buy last week for 30. I want to say it's $30, but I love Tunic. I played Tunic on Game Pass, but like I said, this is the physical version. It comes with all kinds of comes with some good stuff. So that's why I had to buy a physical copy of that, and so. That's what I've been playing and or preparing to play again, as it were. I had been playing Paper Mario, and I am at the end stage of that game, and all of a sudden I just was like, I need a break. So I'll come back around to Paper Mario and wrap it up. But I had played it so hard for so many weeks that I finally got to a point where I was like, catch your breath.
Yeah.
And so I had the day before my birthday, Astro comes out on PlayStation. So I'm definitely copping that.
Yeah.
Oh, I copped that Xbox
like
controller.
even more.
I copped that new blue Xbox controller. And
okay.
It's absolutely gorgeous, but it's like, what the hell's the name of that shit? Sky Cipher is the clear blue joint.
I was like, is it going to sit in a circle and spit raps?
Yeah. Yes.
It's the most perfect blue I've ever seen in my life. Like, I want to paint things that color blue. Like it's like so good, and I kind of want this Astro DualShock DualSense, but I sent y'all a picture of that Conquer one in the regular in our.
Yeah, I just saw it right now because I remembered you put it in there. That shit is cool as hell.
But I'm not. Look, I got that Xbox controller because I had like $15 of Best Buy cash, so I got it for like just over $50.
Okay, that's
really I can't be paying $85 for some sticks, man. I cannot.
That's a bit
so
much. That is definitely a bit much.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm be copping that dang. I do need a new set of PlayStation sticks because I am suffering from drift in one of the control sticks. But I'll probably just end up getting one of the little color joints, like the the little silver shits or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess maybe that's direct from PlayStation. They sell it for like a new DualSense direct from PlayStation is going for $75, but on Best Buy or something like that, there's like $50, $60. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't be copping direct from PlayStation. They trying to play your boy like this. No, that's what's up. Okay, the Astro is $80 clean, so it's $5 less than the Conquer one. Why does that Conquer one cost $5 more?
And Donnie said, check Discord, T.
Oh, thank you. I will. So that's what's popping in my realm of games. Big Charles, man, what you been on, man? I know your schools popping and concerts popping. Have you had time to play much?
You know what? I actually haven't played very much lately. This motherfucker over here trying to be skateboarding your shit. I'm trying to record.
You're a liar, bro. I'm literally putting my board away. Something stupid.
You are here, my. Look at this guy. Do you want to see this fool on the camera?
Yes. What's up, Vapo?
Also, hold on. He can't be just flipping off grown men. He run up and get done up, my nigga. Don't play.
He's about to start his junior year tomorrow.
Hell yeah, he is.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
You let him know, despite them flipping the bird at me, I'm proud of his punk ass.
But yeah, so he so I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, it's just been, I've actually, like, I haven't played much Spider-Man. I'm at the part where, what's the big lizard? What's his name?
The lizard.
Oh shit, where? Who?
Who's the big lizard? Motherfucker, the lizard. That's who it is.
Lizard?
That's where the Kirk Connors on that, you know what I'm saying?
What? My bad.
Oh, the big gout, the spot on his chest. Spider-Man?
No, the black one.
Black Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Oh fuck, my bad.
Okay, y'all. Donnie is far greater a Travis Touchdown fan than I am. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, no, it's real on that. Okay, so fucking news to me. I thought he had a cool name. Just the lizard.
He is Dr. Kirk Connors, the lizard.
All right. So I'm fighting the lizard right now. But I haven't really had a lot of time. I've been busy, so then it's like once I sit down, I'm like, oh, I got to do this or go do that. So I've been playing actually mostly Disney Speedstorm on the Switch, because then I just hop on, do a couple rounds, and because I don't know the maps, like I know the maps in Mario Kart, it's new to me, and it has different dynamics to it that just it's a lot of fun. Like I'm really really enjoying it. So that's mostly what I've been playing. And then, I didn't mention this earlier, so I'll toss it in here right now. There's gonna be a little car show down here in Long Beach, like the weekend after next, and so that's kind of been taking my time too, because I'm finally gonna put my car in a car show.
Guy
So I've been
Lolo
kind of
in the
I've been
show.
getting it
Nice.
prepped up, my wife's gonna get all beautiful and dolled up so we can do like the calendar type pictures and shit. And then
Dope.
yeah, we're just gonna be out here. It should be good weather, and then just but I'll be posting up all day. So I've been doing little like minor tweaks to the car to just kind of get it right. So like the interior is still the big issue, but it's looks fine. So it's like I'm not too worried, but just little things here and there I've been working on. So that's where it's kind of kept me from gaming lately.
You
But
know, have you played all the DLC tracks in Mario Kart?
not all of them, no.
Okay. Yeah, all the tracks they brought to Mario Kart, a good chunk of them from Mario Kart, the mobile game.
Uh-huh.
But every time they did come through with like and some old ones and a new one for that DLC, and so they brought like 4 packs of DLC. It's some real fun tracks to be had in
It's deep.
amongst
It's
the DLC.
deep as hell, for
Yeah.
sure.
So
Yeah, so Disney Speedstorm has been my main. I definitely need to wrap up Spider-Man, because I really want to play the Astrobot for sure. So that's kind of where I am. What have you guys been watching lately? T?
went to go see Alien Romulus this past weekend. Really, really enjoyed it because I'm a sci-fi dork, so you know what that is. What I really extra enjoyed is, so we had a theater we used to go to at a mall around the way here, and it was a Regal theater. And when Regal started doing bankruptcy, it was one of the ones that they closed, unfortunately. So it sat dormant for a couple of years here. And then some company came in recently and bought it, and I thought they were really just gonna. I thought they were gonna spit polish. You know what I'm saying? They just come in and basically like, all right, here we are, movie theater. But hell no, they stripped that bitch down to the studs, cleaned it up, and Dolby Atmos that bitch out. And I was like, oh, Dolby Atmos, bruh.
Yeah.
That bitch come with heated seats, heated reclining seats, and the speakers underneath your butt. And so that movie. That was a great movie to
So
see
you're
in that theater.
comfy and rocking.
Yeah, and see, I've seen a movie in 4D up in Toronto. We were up there. We saw the Lion King, that Lion King remake in 4D. So I've been in the 4D theater where the seats rock, and they spraying smells and water at you and stuff. Which is kind of fun, a good time to be had. But this was all an RO experience, all audio, and it was like really, really, really dope, man. So that was a great movie to hear and experience that way. But it's also just a fun movie to see. Very much a kind of honestly. Force Awakens to Star Wars, Alien Romulus to Alien.
Okay.
Alien
Okay.
kind of situation. So if you vibe with that, if you fuck with Force Awakens because it brought you back to your Star Wars feels, the same will be for Alien Romulus and Alien, and I really did enjoy it for that. I could read and telegraph every play before it happened in that movie. There was no like, oh, I'm gonna be so surprised. Everything bit by bit, I was like, okay, I can tell you I knew who was going to die first, I knew who was going to die second, and I knew how everything was going to play out, and it played out just like it did. But I still had fun with it, and so that was a real delightful flick to go see. Sunny on Apple TV. I'm not through it all yet, but that's a real good show so far from what I've seen. So fuck with it.
Did you start Lady in the Lake?
No, I did not. But
goddamn, man, I'm telling you.
You know what I did do? You know what I did though? Started watching Ted Lasso again.
So much. Now, when you watch Lady in the Lake, and you particular T, you're gonna love it.
Fair enough. I'm on it on shit. Oh, and on Amazon Prime Video, Batman Cape Crusader. Psh, fire.
I've only watched episode 1, but I liked episode 1 a lot.
Yeah,
I heard someone talk. I thought it was Delvin that was maybe talking about it or something.
Bro, we just finished the last episode last night. Me and Vanessa watched it together, which is just we watch Batman shit. That's the part of our personal lore. But
yeah, it's like, isn't that your anniversary thing?
Yeah. But it's like it was weird to be like, because she'd be like, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm like, fuck, come on, man, I'm trying to watch some more. But I didn't play her at all. I didn't watch that without her. We watched every episode together. Feel good about that as a person.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're a better man.
Hey, some shit I'm like, I'm about to just, I'm about to watch this shit. But I felt it was nice to watch it with her and be like, yo, you see this shit? Because Batman came around the corner, spun on the motherfucker, hit him with a car.
Damn, literally spun the block.
It's very bloody. It's very motherfuckers just getting popped. It's just like I'm like, okay, it's Tim Dini, is that his name? Who did the
Paul
original?
Dini?
Paul? No, it's Tim. I thought it was Tim, but whatever. You might be right, and I might be wrong, so I don't fuck with it. But whoever did the original one, they got him. Then they gave producer credit to Matt Reeves, who did the most recent Batman movie. J.J. Abrams got production credit. Ed Brubaker, who wrote The Winter Soldier,
Yes.
got production credit. In fact, he was, I think, he had a writer on the show, and so that okay. Wow, sorry y'all.
Bruce Timm,
just so dope that all these people came through to make a real dope show, and it's so fucking dumb that Zaslav sold that shit to Amazon instead of keeping it for Max. Just idiotic shit, right? And the behavior of that man and that Bruce Timm, thank you, and the way he has treated the Warner Brothers products, just
yeah,
he should be ran out of town on a rail. Promise y'all. But y'all should be watching Batman Caped Crusader. It's amazing, and season 2 has already been greenlit, so we'll get more eventually.
You know what hasn't been greenlit? The Acolyte.
Yeah, it's a whole nother thing.
Boo.
Yo, why D-Life asking us to watch a show called The Servant?
Wow, man. Are you really going to do that?
You got 2 black dudes and a Mexican on here. What's up with that?
Shit. Wow. Can't believe him. Also, it's a M. Night Shyamalan show, I believe.
Well, I'm definitely not watching it then.
Let's see.
I think I've watched a few episodes.
I see 2 people of color in total in the main cast of this production. Everybody white on this show.
And they the help.
White.
They are the servants.
Psychological horror television series created by Tony Bazgalop and executive produced by M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong, acting as showrunner. Series takes place in the household. Dorothy and Sean Turner, a couple in Philadelphia, who hire 18-year-old Leanne Grayson to be their live-in nanny.
Isn't it a homegirl from 6 Feet Under? The redhead?
Oh, is that where she's from?
Yeah.
Lauren Ambrose. Very good. Fair enough.
Like the concept is really, really interesting. It's got some like wild twists in it where it's like, what the fuck is happening here? But yeah, we never finished it.
This show has 4 seasons on Apple TV, 40 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Rebecca's like Philadelphia Batman. She just popped up and said Philadelphia. Like,
yeah, seriously, man. I fucking talked about Philadelphia like an hour ago. She's like, listen, I've been busy.
Go Birds. The Eagles are my NFC team and have been since Randall Cunningham. Put some respect on black quarterback's name. So that's just all that is. So word to Philadelphia in that regard, and also the Roots. So
also, shout out to Philadelphia and my therapist.
And cream cheese. And
that one market that's got all the stuff. That was good.
Oh, yeah. Reading Market was dope.
Yo.
Highly recommend. Thanks for that, y'all.
Yeah. Also,
Philadelphia has Will Smith and fine women, so I'm good with them.
Yeah, and they got a lot of good restaurants and like bars too. With the area we were at, man, we were turning up. It was crazy. Yeah. Walkable too. Great walkable city.
Walked a ton when I was there. Yes.
Yeah. Got steps in. Delvin, what you been up to?
I also watched Alien Romulus, which I thought was a great movie. And I ordered AEW All In, the big pay-per-view of AEW had that's overseas. Okay. But I brought this up because this is the interesting thing about it. I decided to get a VPN.
Okay.
Because people kept telling me anyone listen to any podcast, they talk about NordVPN and stuff like that. They
I use Express, but I hear you.
And I kept hearing the thing like, oh, you can get the pay-per-views for way cheaper. So I said, like, oh, really? So I ordered. So I heard on one podcast, they're like, hey. No, I didn't see it on I saw it on Twitter. Dude was like, hey, I got NordVPN, and, AEW has 2 pay-per-views that's coming out, like All In and All Out. They're like a month apart. They have a deal if you get it overseas where both pay-per-views are like $35.
Also, pay-per-view for All In and All Out are 2 different products. Just so.
Yes.
Way different, man.
Yeah.
It's still wrestling technically, but just
Yeah, technically, yeah. But these pay-per-views are usually $60 a pop.
Wow, I can't believe somebody trying to pull that off in a day and age of Peacock and WWE.
So I was like, yo, let me get this VPN.
Mhm.
You order this pay-per-view. Well, I'm like, and you know, I enjoyed watching it. I'm like, oh, now I'm starting to wonder, like, oh, what other things I can buy with this VPN?
Yeah,
That's
what else can
very
I get
cheap?
into?
Yeah,
Nice.
legal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clarify that.
Wow. Wild, man. Wild. Yeah, for me, I've been watching Sunny. I think the last episode is Wednesday. And then Lady in the Lake, we just finished the finale on that. Amazing, amazing episode. Like people need to go watch that show for sure. Um on my Voodoo account, someone gifted me a copy of Long Legs. So I'm looking forward to watching that. Delvin laughs because it's his account. So I was like, all right.
Hey,
I'm like, you don't have a Voodoo account that I know of. Wait a minute.
my Voodoo account is literally Netflix for child.
Oh, straight up. I log in once a week to be like, what did we get?
Yeah, it's like day and date with the
We- I was pissed. Like the last couple of weeks, there hasn't been anything new. I was like, this motherfucker, he's not. Inside Out is on sale. What's happening? Like,
Yeah.
I should contribute, but nah, I'm good.
No. You know, see, I use it now because I watch movies with my girl there.
Mm-hmm.
That's our thing. So I get a new movie, like that's how she saw Bad Boys 4. We
Mhm.
watched A Quiet Place day one, you know, like, hey, we just watch it right here.
Yeah, I gotta
Well-
watch that one too. That's on my 2-watch list. I saw that. I told my wife, I was like, "Oh dang, Delvin got Quiet Place, the prequel. We gotta watch this." So thanks, Delvin.
Yeah. And you know, because you know, we talked about it, I think a couple episodes ago about me getting the projector and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I just set up in the backyard and watch it with her there.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys set up.
Yeah.
Whereas T was like, pack that shit up, take it back.
Yeah. I just set this shit up right in the backyard, watch it right there, and we can just eat some popcorn under the gazebo and we good.
Yeah. And then let's see what else. Oh, I completely forgot that I had the final episode of Hacks to watch. So it's like kind of scrolling around. I was like, fuck, I thought we watched the last one. Damn. The sort of flip of a script in that one, so good. The way it ended, I was like, damn, I was not expecting an ending like that. So
Was that a series finale or a season finale?
series. So well, I don't know if they've got the green light for another season. But I know it's got all kinds of like Emmy nominations. I'd be surprised if it didn't. But the way it ends is like definitely set for a new season. But that finale, I was like, oh shit, she did that. Like, so it was good. And then just on the music end, I'm gonna answer for Delvin. He's listening to Nas. T, what do you listen
Yes,
to?
pretty much.
Oh, here, I got the pile ready so we can go through it.
Okay.
Celebrating 20 years of the band, the group, The Foreign Exchange.
Okay.
This first album was Connected, came out 20 years ago this past Sunday, and it was real dope. And I actually made a post on my Reddit. Actually, I think I put it on my Instagram as well about running through all the albums and stuff that they have and how I get down with them. So I spun that, and I was like, oh man, I'm getting my Foreign Exchange on. Let me throw on Love in Flying Colors, which is one of their albums I consider my favorite of theirs. And that one comes on a real. I like showing this off to Charlie because he appreciates it. Not that Delvin does it, but I'm just saying. Love and Flying Colors came on the most gorgeous little jewel sapphire blue vinyl.
That is dope.
That is beautiful.
I just was like, let me. Like I said, my whole stack of Foreign Exchange is right there behind me. I pulled everything out to take pictures of it. And when we were all together to record with Nick Jew recently, Anthony finally, I say this that sounds rude, but Anthony got the opportunity to drop off my Christmas presents because he bought me some stuff for Christmas. And one of those gifts he got me for Christmas was the theme to Hill Street Blues.
Oh fuck,
that's dope,
man.
That's one of them fire
TV
theme songs.
Yes.
On I mean, y'all see how clean that is, right? This is older
crazy.
than a lot of people we know, and the 45 is gorgeous and clean, no scratches, no smudges, no nothing, hardly any crackle when I spun it. It is
That's a gift to be jealous of. Like,
I
fuck,
was super,
that's-
I was super astounded about how good it is. What is the? Let me see if I can barely read the back of this bitch because I'm old and blind, y'all. I'm trying to see if I give you a date. 81.
Yeah.
Is the man Hill Street Blues? I had to been watching that on syndication. Then I couldn't have been watching fresh episodes, right?
Yes.
No, we could because
I would have been like 6.
no, it's kindergarten, first grade.
Yeah,
like around
no
there.
way. I was watching Hill Street Blues.
Yeah, but that's also we had
believe it.
like 4 channels, so you didn't have a choice.
True indeed. True
Hill
indeed.
Street Blues, MASH, like that was it.
See,
What? Fucking
hearing T talk about this Hill Street Blues vinyl made me think of, damn, do they have the vinyl for 21 Jump Street?
I'm sure.
Say jump down on Jump Street. Didn't Holly Robinson Pete sing that?
That is correct.
Okay.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
Hmm.
I used to love 21 Jump Street.
Oh, T, do you have access to that Vince Staples album, or do you gotta dig it up?
Oh, it's like, where is Vince? Hold on.
Because you said it was crystal clear, huh?
Down on Jump Street, just jump. Down on Jump Street.
Vince Staples, Dark Times. You can kind of see it's like written on there. It's a lovely gatefold.
Nice. I like that.
I like that.
And this
also
was
also getting a season 2 on his show.
2,000 copies pressed up of this one.
Ooh, damn!
Like that's damn near a window. You see how clear that is?
Mm-hmm. No, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, because I heard you guys talking about it on Cleveland's longest running podcast, Taste Crunchy and Milk.
You know what it is.
And I was like, oh, I gotta see this. So fuck it. And it came through clear. Like that shit was beautiful.
Yeah.
So you got 2 beautiful ones. They got that blue one.
Oh, bro,
that was crazy.
I was talking to somebody the other day about how I have so many color records. I mean, like I said, just in this pile. All right, so the most recent foreign exchange releases. This was Tales from the Land of Milk and Honey came on a little marble joint.
Okay,
ooh, I like that.
Yeah, so do I. I like that one a lot. And this other one, well, here we'll just.
I feel bad for the people just listening to the audio. You're missing out on the visual.
This is, of course, their most recent drop. This is they're celebrating their 20 years as well. They dropped this little 2-song EP, The Gray and Couldn't Love You More. This one is great, but it also has a little pearlescent shine to it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't love it more.
Yeah, so I dig that one a lot.
Nice.
But yeah, I have so many in my collection of my vinyl collection, so many color records. And like when I first got into the collecting, people were always like, color records sound like shit and this, that, and third. I'm just like, fuck off.
Yeah.
One, I'm an audiophile to a certain extent, but I'm not a snob. And so
because I just like, for me, like that is my priority. If I can find a color variant, like I'm into it. Like that's what I go to first. And yeah, I know it is like if you're the purist, it's like, no, you gotta get solid black. But I'm
black, 180 gram.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like, nah, I like how it pops, and especially I now have the white sort of platter, so it really comes through. For me, like I said, I've been listening to that JPEG Mafia. I Laid Down My Life for You, like nonstop. The production on that is fucking crazy. His sampling is on another level. It's a really, really good album. And it's all over the place. So I love a very schizophrenic album. Like it's just like, man, there's a lot of personalities happening here, but I'm super with it. And then as a 1-year anniversary, Paris, Texas, they released a black and white splatter vinyl copy of their Mid-Air album. Now I have their other albums, so this one I was like, perfect, because I didn't pick it up when it originally came. I don't even know if it originally came out in vinyl, but I think because it was just black, and I was like, man, I'll wait for a variant because it'll come. And so this one was like the 1 year, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick this one up, and it's a gatefold as well. So sounds great, but it also feels real flimsy. Like I ain't gonna lie, like it doesn't have a lot of weight. Where I'm like, oh, if I hold this wrong, I'm gonna snap it. But I'm super stoked about that. So that's kind of what I've been holding on to on the album ends. Like I said, just that JPEG nonstop. What's it called? Schoolboy Q, and then now just listening to this Paris, Texas. Also, just want to say, I don't know if people were familiar with him or not, but RIP to Beat King. If you're familiar with Beat King, the club god, fuck, I
Yeah.
like he's a type of music that I really super love, and it's just fucking it's bass, it's fucking hood music, it's club music, like strip club music. And like he has a really great album that's him and Gangsta Boo, and that fucking album is like timeless. And especially when I started listening to Beat King was definitely like a moment, like, so it's like timestamp for me, like, oh yeah, this was like midway through like my Compton career. So it just like, even with that, it just kind of takes me back. But as you talk about like, watching your health and taking care of yourself, dude was only like 39 years old and passed away from like a blood clot. I guess he was doing like a radio interview, fainted, and then like the next day passed away in the hospital. So yeah, definitely, as T was saying, like, take care of yourselves, people. Also check in on your people. But I'm glad he made like super fun, entertaining music. Definitely avoid in the music community without having someone like Beat King around. You need a person like that. But his album that just came out maybe less than a month ago is it's good, but it's uncomfortable to listen because there's portions when he talks that it's like, did you know you were gonna die? Like, it's kind of like that. Like, it's very retrospective, and like, so hearing it after his passing, it's like, oh, this album is like, it's kind of hard to hear right now because the way he's speaking is like he's talking about his life and the things he accomplished and this and that, and it's like, ooh, this is a lot to swallow. But again, R.I.P. Beat King. And with that, we're gonna wrap it up. Just want to say thank you to T, thank you to Delvin for joining me this evening. Everyone in the chat, man, you guys are great. We'll be putting this up soon. So we out of here. Peace.
Peace.